I'm Yamazaki from Grow Around, located in Udagawacho, Shibuya, Tokyo. Thank you for watching, it's nice to meet you. Our store mainly focuses on New York and LA styles, with a strong emphasis on sports-related items. But we also stock workwear, new era caps, and all sorts of other things that we import. We actually started out as a record store when records were extremely popular. There used to be a lot of record stores in the Udagawacho area. Even though I wasn't a DJ, I had a turntable and went crazy buying records. At the time, used records were trendy, so we even bought 2 or 3 copies of the same record. We started selling those with a friend. Back then, EPs were going for around 700 to 800 yen, but they were reselling for 3,000 to 4,000 yen and sometimes even 10,000 yen. We figured that used records were a good business opportunity. We really wanted to get into apparel but didn't have the funds, so we decided to sell our records to fund the apparel venture. Around 1995, stores like Fat Beats in New York were popular, selling both records and clothing, so we decided to try that kind of style. That was our beginning. In a mall in Jamaica, there was a jewelry section in the basement selling 14 karat and 10 karat gold and chains. I was going around looking for the best prices, and then all of a sudden the police came rushing in with dogs. I didn't know what was going on. All the black people around me were running away. I thought, they must have done something wrong again. The police were chasing them with dogs. Then about 5 seconds later, they started smashing the glass cases where the jewelry was kept with bats. I figured they were probably trying to steal in the chaos. The stores along the walls quickly pulled their shutters down to avoid being robbed. I realized this was serious and had to get out of there, so I ran away. While I was running away, the guys who were being chased were also running in my direction. I was thinking, I don't want to get caught up in this and be mistaken for one of them. I was frantically running when I saw a black guy who seemed to be chasing after the guys being tackled and getting beaten. I knew it was time to leave as I was really shocked by what I just witnessed. Big Zam apparently came here on a school trip or something back then, and he always liked the store. We met by chance and he ended up working here. Back then, the store wasn't in this location. It was on the 4th floor of a building. There weren't many customers coming and going, so it was kind of a low-key vibe. It was a place where someone with a rapper-like personality could work. It was very laid back. We did our jobs, but also, maybe it was because we weren't very serious that they could work here. At first, he was just a customer at the store. As far as I remember, he had dreadlocks or something and he was tall. Like Big Sam, he was tall, stylish, and looked like a model, so he really stood out. I used to talk to CT, who worked here before, and we'd say, he's so fashionable. Then, shortly after that, CT introduced him to us, and he started working here. CT was a unique case. He's a rapper, but he's also very cheerful and great at talking to customers. He's from Awaji Island, which is in the Kansai region, so he has that lively Kansai vibe. He was attending fashion school, and since he loved clothing and anything hip-hop related, he was working here. He happened to stop by 3 days ago, even though he now lives and works on Awaji Island. It was great to see him. He was still so energetic, and he gave me some extra energy too.
I'm Motomiya, the buyer for Grow Around, and today I'm going to introduce the exterior of our Shibuya store. First, let's talk about our sign. It's a slightly funny sign called New York Robbery, based on the New York Lottery. We also have a Travis cereal box and some old Jordan cereal boxes displayed outside. Custom New Era collaborations have been very popular since last year, with a lot of people customizing them to match their chosen themes. For example, we have this brown and dark green colorway, which is known as beef and broccoli in New York, which is literally based off the dish, and that color combination is the mainstream trend right now. The undervisors come in various colors, such as red, purple, and orange. They are all custom made by Grow Around. Grow Around also stocks items besides apparel, such as socks, deodorants, and other essential items in American culture. In particular, durags are very popular as souvenirs or for costumes, so please check them out when you come to the store. This brand is created by a designer named Jay Tips from the Bronx. He was originally famous for his custom cap designs. He also provides clothing for artists and is known for using puff prints on t-shirts with a dripped effect. His brand is extremely popular at ComplexCon and SneakerCon right now. This section features artist t-shirts with a variety of selections from recent and past rappers. Currently, rap t-shirts from contemporary artists like King Von and Lil Durk are very popular. Around the cash register area, we have pin badges, which are a must-have for caps, and also items from B.B. Simon, which are very popular in Uptown, Harlem, and the Bronx. We also have a selection of blingy, eye-catching items, such as their belts. And over here, we have our jerseys. We carry a large selection of authentic jerseys from legendary players, such as Hideo Nomo, Mike Piazza, and other Yankee players. I like to wear them as an overlayer on hoodies, or with just a tank top in the summer. We also have these shorts, which we carried last year as well, and this year, PRO Standard is the mainstream brand rather than Mitchell & Ness in sports stores like Foot Locker in New York. The quality of the embroidery on these are amazing, so we really recommend you to check them out in store. Grow Around also has an upper floor. When you go up, you'll see Lames, a new brand that we've started carrying this season. It's from a select shop on Orchard Street in Soho, New York. This shop is really interesting, and designers like Loso used to supply them in the past, making it a gateway for up-and-coming brands. If you're curious to see more styles or how people are wearing them, be sure to check them out on Instagram as well. And one more thing, skinny jeans are currently a big trend in Uptown, Harlem, and the Bronx. They often feature distressed or black-wash denim, which are key highlights. One particularly popular detail is the flaps, as many people are styling them with the flaps left intact. This is the brand Sergio Tacchini, which used to be strongly associated with Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. But nowadays, it's worn by younger rappers such as Dave East and is known as a sporty brand. Next up is the brand Cookies. It's based in LA and originally sold weed shop merchandise, but now they're also doing apparel. We have a wide variety of items such as caps, beanies, and socks, so you'll have lots to explore. They have t-shirts with their classic core logo, and there's a huge range of colors, around 30 different colors. We believe we might be the only store carrying it in Japan, so please check it out. Next, I'd like to introduce Public Housing Skate Team, a brand based in the Bronx. This brand, as the name suggests, is a skate team that uses public housing, where low-income people live as its theme. It has this kind of unique design and concept. This brand is very typical of Grow, since we like to carry brands with an edge and not the typical skate brand. So please check them out. This corner features denim and sports-related items. These jeans are trending in Uptown, and though they have a flagship store in Soho, they're from the brand Ksubi. They have collaborated with artists such as ASAP and Travis Scott, making them a really popular denim brand. This is our jersey corner, and unlike the jerseys I showed you before, these ones are from Nike. We have Nike jerseys such as Hall of Famer Derek Jeter, as well as some nameless jerseys. The material feels a bit different compared to Mitchell and Ness, so I think it's good to have a Nike jersey as well.
I started working here about 5 years ago when I was still in college. Around that time, I also started rapping and began visiting Grow Around frequently attracted by their selection of larger sizes that suited my style. Additionally, I was inspired to come here because BD and Mickey from Candytown, two artists I deeply admired and looked up to, were working at the store. Back then, I felt that my skills were still lacking, and I believed that working here would help me enhance not only my clothing style, but also my musical sensibilities. I joined with the mindset of treating it as a place to train and grow. We get a lot of new stock every week, including our new purchases and imports. It's never boring to see what new arrivals we get, and it's very exciting. I'm not just doing customer service. They also give me different responsibilities and allow me to develop. Artists and people in the apparel business often come to the store. This is great for my rap career, and I'm really excited to be here.
We actually ran a pop-up shop in Nagoya until May this year. It was quite a distance for us, but we saw it as a new challenge. We initially planned to run it from last September to February of this year, but it was so popular that we kept extending it until May. We had a great response from locals and everyone involved had a blast. So we're now talking about doing more pop-ups. If the timing aligns, we'd absolutely love the opportunity to organize and host some pop-up events at different locations from time to time.